presenting the adventures of Jungle Jim. Last week, Jungle Jim and Kolo entered the jungle at night in an attempt to capture the Maharaja of Ybor and thus prevent the expected attack upon the lamasery. However, Ybor surprised them in the darkness, and although Kolo escaped, Jim was taken prisoner. Meanwhile, Colonel Hammond, heading a squadron of 7 fast tanks from Fort Jamrud, moved into position for attack. His preparations were hardly completed when Ybor's men started swarming the lamasery's walls. Colonel Hammond immediately issued the order, "Tank Squadron, forward." The thrilling adventures of Jungle Jim are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Comic Weekly, each page printed in full color, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. And now we continue our story. As Ybor and his men started their attack upon the old lamasery, Shanghai Lil, Bob McGuire, and Kolu sprang to their machine guns. Connie McGuire is acting as lookout.
Bob, look. There are 2 natives climbing over the southern wall. I can see them.
So do I. Look out.
Well, that drove them back. Oh, but Bob, be careful. If Jim should be with Ybor and his men...
Don't worry, I'm keeping my eyes open. If Jim is with Ybor, he's probably with the men trying to crash the front gate. There's at least 3 or 4 there.
Listen, Bob. What's that? I hear motors.
What? Say you're right.
Look. The sound. There's something moving through the grass.
I see them.
It's the tanks, Bob. Look, there's a number of them. Lieutenant Watson is here. Bob, the tanks have opened fire on the Maharaja. They've turned on the searchlight. Oh, we're safe. Yes, we're safe, all right, but we've got to stop them. What do you mean? Why, if Jungle Jim is with the Maharaja and his men, he'll be killed. Kolo!
Yes, Missy.
Come on, we've got to get down to the gate and save Jim. Bring your automatic rifle.
Yes, Missy. Me bring.
Come on.
Yes.
Hurry. Oh. Well, open the door, Kolo. Hurry.
Yes, Missy.
Hurry. We haven't time.
There, Missy.
Come on. Oh. Hurry now. We've got to get to the top of the wall and stop those tanks some way. Oh, if anything has happened to Jim.
Here, Missy. We climb here.
Here, help me out.
Give me a hand.
All right.
There. Up.
I can make it.
Yeah.
No, I'll help you.
Kolo up.
Wave your arms, Total. Their searchlights are on us. We've got to attract their attention. Stop! Stop!
Missy Lil. There be Tuan.
Where, Kolu?
There. He be tied, Missy.
I see him. Kolu, you stay here. I'm going after him. I'll pick off those other men around him with your automatic, but don't take any chances of hitting Jim. As soon as I get him free, we'll run to the other side of the wall. You keep the others away from us. You understand?
Yes, Missy.
I'm going to jump. Jim! Jim, where are you?
Over here, Will.
Oh. Jim, quick. Let me cut those ropes off you.
Yeah, they're almost off now, Lil. Stray bullet nicked my arm and almost cut one of the ropes in 2. Kolo sure did a swell job. Boy, how they scattered when he started to shoot.
Let me see. There. All right, Jim.
That's fine.
Come on, we've got to get out of here. The tanks are advancing. We'll be caught between 2 fires.
Look, Lil. There's the Maharaja over by the gate. Let me take your revolver, Lil. I've got a job to do.
Jim, you're not going to... Oh, Jim, you can't. It's too dangerous.
I'm going to take him, Lil. That's what I come out here to do. Get Kolo to open the gates, and I'll get Ybor.
A few hours later, we find Jim and Lil alone in the great room of the lamasery. Outside, it's growing light. The guns are silent.
Lil, why don't you try and get some sleep?
Nothing doing, Jim. I'm going to see this thing through to the end. Where's Colonel Hammond?
I don't know. He said he'd be here in a minute.
Oh.
Oh, here he is now. Everything all right, Colonel?
Yes, Bradley. The last of the Maharaja's men have been captured. They're our prisoners.
What did you do with Ebor?
He's locked up under heavy guard. Bradley, I want to congratulate you. If you hadn't made him your prisoner, he probably would have escaped, rallied his band around him again.
That's exactly what I was afraid of. And anyway, I had a little personal score to settle with him.
And I don't believe he'll forget it. Sometimes you're awfully reckless, Jim, but you're just lucky enough to get away with it. Don't you think he'd be lucky in love, too, Colonel?
I don't believe I see the point, Mr. Beale.
You wouldn't, Colonel. Forget I mentioned it.
Skip it, Lil.
Nothing doing. I can prove you're reckless anyway. Colonel, was the Maharaja of Ebor injured?
Not seriously, Mr. Beale. Oddly, he has no injuries except two very black eyes.
I suspected that. You see, while half the British Army was firing at him, Jim caught up with Ebor at the Lamassery's gate. When I got the gates open, I found Jim giving the Maharaja those two nice black eyes.
I say, Bradley, you fought with him there in front of the gate under fire?
When I caught Ebor, Colonel, I remembered that we both might get killed in a couple of minutes. So I made the most of my time.
Made the most of your time? I say, you Americans are extraordinary.
Well, now that I've proven my point, what's the next move, Jim?
Well, I'd say that all of you had better return to Fort Janman.
No, Colonel. Not until we finished our job here.
Oh, but I say...
Colonel, Lil and I came to Afghanistan to protect Bob and Connie McGuire until they located the buried jewels of the Genghis Khan.
That's right, and we're not leaving until Bob has the jewels.
Yes, but what of McGuire's map? You can't locate the treasure without it. The old monk told me it had been taken from him.
And Jim got it back.
You recovered that also, Bradley?
Yes, when I captured the silent one. Oh, say, Lil, it's almost morning. Let's send for Bob.
Where is he?
With his wife. When everything was all over, Connie went to pieces a little. I made her get a little rest.
You were quite right.
Well, let's get Bob anyway. Lil, you go after him.
All right, I'll bring him.
I should prefer to get this over with as soon as possible, Bradley. In taking Ebor, we've cleaned up one of the worst bands of ruffians in these hills. However, there are others.
Any of them associated with Ebor?
That's hard to say. Most of the Afghan hillmen feared him. However, there's no doubt that a number of his men escaped. And if Ebor has friends, they'll go to them.
That might mean more trouble.
Exactly. I'll feel better when the McGuires are back in our territory.
Well, here they are. We'll put it up to them.
Connie's feeling a lot better, Jim, so I brought her back with Bob.
Good. Are you quite up to it, Mrs. McGuire?
Oh, I think I'll be all right. I feel better.
Connie was pretty well keyed up, Colonel. When it was all over, a reaction set in.
A very normal thing.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Bob, we sent for you because Colonel Hammond feels that you should get out of these hills as soon as possible.
Oh, we want to, don't we, Bob?
Well, then what about the treasure? Have you your map, Bob?
Well, yes, of course, but we haven't deciphered it yet. It may take us some time to locate those jewels.
Oh, no, it won't.
What?
Jim, tell them.
Bob, when Lil and I took that map from the silent one, we had a good look at it.
That's right, and Jim discovered its secret.
You mean you know where those jewels are buried?
That's right, Bob.
Oh, Bob, it's wonderful. Show them the map.
I say, I've never seen that old map. I'd like to see it very much.
Just a minute. I have it here in my money belt. A second now. There. There you are.
Well, I say, it's old. A real parchment.
That's right. It's the original map, Colonel. It may have been drawn by the Genghis Khan himself.
Bob, someone has burned a hole in it. Look, it's like a cigarette burn.
We know all about that. Jim burned that hole to prevent anybody else from discovering the map's secret.
Secret? Bradley, I don't understand.
Wait a minute, Bob, and I'll show you. Now, we're looking at this map the way we're used to seeing them, with the north at the top.
Yes, of course.
Now, if you'll study it, you'll notice that there are no familiar landmarks. It's even impossible to find Khyber Pass.
Yes, I know. That's why Connie and I were so confused.
All right, now watch. I'll turn it around, see?
Yeah.
There. Now look. You see, whoever drew this map came down through this territory from the north.
That's quite so. History tells us that. The Genghis Khan and his hordes marched through Afghanistan into India.
Exactly, Colonel. And whoever drew this map stood on a high point of land north of us. He sketched the territory as it looked to him, with the north at the bottom.
Well, what's that there?
Well, there's the map turned around.
Yeah.
Now look at it. The north is at the bottom, the south at the top.
Bradley, you're right. Why, here's Khyber, the old emissary. It's all very clear.
Now, do you see why that map fooled everybody who ever had it in their possession?
Bradley, that's wonderful. How did you ever discover its secret?
Well, Lil gave me the clue. She discovered the gates of this old emissary had been drawn on the wrong side of the wall. We turned the map around to make it look right.
Good girl. That was sharp work. But I don't see the gates on the map.
Of course you don't. Jim burned them out with his cigarette. Don't you get it? The gates were the key to the puzzle. Jim burned a hole in the map so that no one else could discover the secret.
Bradley, let me shake your hand. You've solved the whole business.
You mean Lil solved it. You better thank her, Bob.
A very clever piece of deduction.
Well, I don't see how you ever figured it out.
Oh, listen, let's hold this meeting of the Mutual Admiration Society later. What about the jewels?
Well, here, look at the map again. Now, see that small circle with the cross inside it?
Yeah.
Now, in my opinion, that marks the spot where the jewels are buried.
What? I say, that's almost within British territory.
Yeah, it's not far from Khyber Pass.
Bradley, I'm going to find those jewels. Will you and Mr. Brill go with me?
Just try and keep us from going.
You may all go. I'll order Lieutenant Watson's tank to leave immediately.
The tank? Yes, of course.
All right, then let's get started. Colonel, you said you wanted to get this business over with as soon as possible.
I do, Bradley.
All right, then send for the tank. We'll find the jewels of the Genghis Khan today.
Several hours later, Lieutenant Watson pilots his strange new Army tank toward Khyber Pass. With him are Jungle Jim, Shanghai Lil, and Bob and Connie McGuire. As the tank progresses, Jim and Bob study the treasure map.
Everyone, keep your eyes open now. Watch for a tall spire of rock.
Jim, are you sure we haven't come too far?
That's just what I was thinking, Mr. Brill.
No, I'm fairly certain. I've worked out a rough scale of miles, and according to the map, we should be within a quarter of a mile of the treasure right now.
Well, then why don't we see the rock landmark? You said it should be quite high.
It should, according to this map. However, the landmark may have been drawn out of its true proportion.
The rest of the map is fairly accurate, Jim.
Yes, that's right. Well, we'll keep on until we round those rocks ahead. Here, Lil. Take the glasses. I can't use them and hold this map.
All right, let me have them.
It would be terrible if we got this close and then failed.
We won't fail. Not if we have to dig up the whole Afghan border. You see anything that looks like that landmark, Mr. Brill?
Not a thing.
And then we'll stop. Lieutenant Watson.
Yes, Bradley.
Stop the tank, Lieutenant. We've come far enough.
Right, sir.
All right. Everybody off.
Let me
Come
help
on,
you, honey.
Connie.
Give me a hand. Easy now.
Well, I don't see what you think we can find on foot, Jim.
No, neither do I.
Well, then let me explain. We know this map was drawn more than 700 years ago. Now, during that time, rain and weather may have destroyed the landmark. Perhaps it's crumbled or tipped over.
I see what you mean. We've got to try and find a crumbled rock, or one that's broken up.
You've got it, Bradley. We'll divide. Connie and I'll search one side of the trail, and you and Mr. Brill the other.
Okay. Lieutenant Watson, will you join us?
No, I must stay with my tank, Bradley.
All right, Lieutenant. Bob, suppose you and your wife take the map and look to the right. Lil and I will go left.
That suits me, all right. Come on, Connie.
One thing more, Bob.
Yeah?
If you find anything, fire your revolver 3 times, and I'll do the same.
Okay.
All right, Lil, come on. We won't be long, Lieutenant.
Take your time.
Jim, I think you're crazy. We're on the wrong side of the trail. According to the map, the landmark would be on Bob and Connie's side.
Sure, I knew that.
Well, then why don't we search over there, too?
Well, after all, Lil, it's their treasure. Why not let them have the fun of finding it?
You sent them deliberately. Why, Jim, you're getting romantic. You're softening up.
Must be old age sneaking on me, Lil. First thing you know, I'll be wanting a home with a chicken farm or something.
Jim. Oh, Jim, you old darling.
Lil, it's the signal. They found the treasure.
Well, they would. Well, come on.
Have Bob and Connie located the buried jewels of the great Genghis Khan? If so, where will Jungle Jim and Shanghai Lil go next? The adventures you have just heard dramatized will appear in full-color action pictures in the Comic Weekly, the big Comic Weekly, distributed with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. In the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure, you will find all the famous characters who live in the world of color pictures. There's the Katzenjammer Kids, Jiggs and Maggie, Barney Google, Toots and Casper, The Little King, Flash Gordon. See all these famous characters in your copy of next Sunday's Comic Weekly. And don't forget our date next week, same time, same station, for a continuation of the adventures of Jungle Jim.